The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 120, NASDAQ off 101, S&P's off 16, gold contract down $8.20, trading 19.08 an ounce. You got silver flat, $24.25 an ounce. Light sweet crude off $1.64. That thing is getting smoked, man. $37.08 a barrel, notes and bonds. You get the 10-year down 3 ticks right now, trading 139.14. The 30 off 23 cents at 23 ticks, rather, at 175.20 in King Dollar. King Dollar right now up 64 ticks, having a hard time holding price. 93.775. The euro is at 117. The yen is at 105 and a quarter, and the British pound is at 129 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, I'd say what's going on, but we know that 1 o'clock in the morning, Trump comes in when saying he has COVID. Bottom line is that futures go south and snap right back.
It's just quite a market, man. That's what I'll say is going on. I'm going to be amazed if you tell me, and the S&Ps are within about 10 points, that they're willing to pay more for market shares today than they were last night before the president told the world that he had COVID. I can't make sense of that one, especially in the light of stimulus falling apart. They can't have a vote on stimulus with Washington a little worried of who has COVID right now. And nonetheless, man, the market just traded up, 50 points off the low it had at 1:30 in the morning and a solid 45 points of where we're trading at 9 o'clock. And that's with the jobs number, which was only 660,000 jobs for non-farm payrolls. The number they were looking for was 800,000. Unemployment down to 7.9% from 8.2. That's having to do with the participation rate being down about 0.3% as well. Not really great news all around, man. In this market, we'll see if it holds. It's only 10 past 10 this morning.
Exactly.
But I'm surprised that the market's rallied 50 points since 9 in the morning, man. As I'm sure many are. But we'll see. I mean, it's a very serious. Go ahead. I was just going to say it's so serious. I think the market's, underplaying how serious it is and the implications in terms of no more presidential debates, I imagine. The vice presidential debate is off. How does this play out for the election? And it just shakes it off.
And it's not out of the realm, the bottom line, this is a different twist on it, but it's not out of the realm that, the bottom Mnuchin's in here buying the market. This is a serious deal. I don't know what the exact regulation is, but inside the Treasury, I mean, there's a regulation and a rule, folks, okay, that the bottom line is that when you get something serious, they can come in there and buy the market. So
sure,
we'll see if that's the case, and it very well could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if there's a fear of that, and the president is fine, and you don't want it to get exacerbated, there's a real.
Well, the hottest thing here, listen. I hope the president's good, everyone's good. We don't want no one sick. That's
Definitely.
the bottom line.
Exactly.
But the hottest thing here, folks, is going to be, what are you going to believe? that's what's coming out of the White House. What are you going to believe? Their record is basically dismal, okay? So I don't think any of us are going to really know what is really going on there. What we do know is that, Hope Hicks got sick. The bottom line is that within those 24 hours, what's going on, when you take a look at, they already cleared Mnuchin to not be quarantined. That was the White House doctor that cleared him, saying, he wasn't close enough. The bottom line is that I think
they can say that, man, but there's not going to be too many people that are very comfortable in Washington for the at least a week or two.
Oh, for sure. I don't believe that for a second. This is still political, man. That's the bottom line.
Yes, for sure. You're gonna, and the unfortunate part about all this, I said, is that the masks have become political, and we've seen it. And here it is on first display, even in an environment where there's tests ad nauseum every single day for every single person. You still can't control it. And you have the CDC director saying, a mask might even be more effective than a vaccine, because a vaccine is not going to be 100%. But if everybody wears a mask, we get over this thing. And so I thought about one of the unfortunate things. If you're a person in the White House and you wanted to wear a mask, even with the testing, it's probably almost difficult to do that.
Peer pressure,
is really
man.
unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
That you wouldn't feel comfortable because of the pressure to somehow not wear a mask like it's something weak or about freedom, which is not the case. So hopefully, people wear masks, man, because you're going to see that we already have the RNC chairwoman out this morning, just breaking in about the last hour, that she has tested positive. So she was with the president last Friday, it goes. So this could be pretty far-reaching, man. And you had Saturday the nomination of the Supreme Court justice. So hopefully she's fine, and that's not something that...
yeah, she just came out negative. That just came across the table. Yeah. Well, it's a wild one, no doubt.
Yeah.
So let's go take a look at the... might as well go take a look at the S&Ps first. Just as you said, the bottom line is that they've almost reached back to right where the news broke at, I believe it was 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning.
Pretty remarkable,
yeah. So that number there, when it broke at... I have 50 seconds past midnight. 50 minutes past midnight. 50 minutes past midnight.
I think the tweet was at 12:54.
Okay, right. Okay.
So that 50 bar just starts encapsulating it.
Yep, and that's 33.62 we started from, and right now you're at 33.49. We go take a look at the NQZ. We took at the NQs. And they're down $1.22. They've taken back half of it already. That being said, though, see, this is where this gets interesting. The NQs are weak, man. That started at 11,558. This NQ, all of the NQs down is, come up to where we did a counter trend bounce at 3 o'clock in the morning. And we'll see whether it can hold it. So keep your eye on 11,444, folks. Right now you're at 11,456. We go over to the gold contract. We take a look at gold. Bottom line is that gold got down to $18.95 this morning. Now, that being said, all gold actually did is that when this went topside, the gold came back. Let me just see what this bar is. That bar, well, it's going to be dangerous on gold, though, too. Okay. So, I know this is the opening bar, but that's still... we came back with some volume, so it's going to have to build some cause. Okay, so... on the daily basis, what you did is that you came back to where we broke topside from last night. Intraday, that bar is going to be a little bit dangerous down there at that 1902. So we'll see whether it can basically make it. The dollar's giving it up again, and of course what's going to happen is that the dollar is the name of the game inside of these commodity markets, particularly inside the metals market. So it doesn't look to me like this dollar can basically hold a bid.
Yeah, so many moving parts, man. That's what.
And it's a Friday.
That's what's so remarkable. I said, man, you got to make a decision if you want to be a buyer or a seller over the weekend. That's a tough decision, man, with everything going on in my head right now to find a reason of, And as I said on my program, if you're a long-term buyer, something like that, for sure, you don't have to be worried. But the short-term volatility just went up, man, and it was already expected to be a pretty volatile next 33 days.
Yeah, no doubt.
32 days, and it just went up from there. So
stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials down 175, Nasdaq's off 85, S&Ps are off 19. You got gold down $7, silver's flat. Coming right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 197. We get the Nasdaq off 93. S&Ps are off 21. And if it was any other day, folks, and Tom, as you said in your program this morning, we would be talking about these jobs numbers because the bottom line is that they're not coming in, man. We got U.S. job gains slowed in September. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go for it. I was just going to say the numbers. Yes. So 661,000 in September. I didn't see the article. Go for it.
And the bottom line is that that's a good amount of jobs. That's not bad, okay? But the bottom line, they were looking for 859,000.
Yeah.
And in particular, what happens in this one right here, folks, the reason that I suspect that they were looking for so much is that this is when you get the schools going back across the United States, and of course, some of them have gone back, some of them haven't, but the majority has. That's why that number. It basically was in there. I heard a couple of analysts, they were thinking that it was actually going to be over 1 million because of the fact that, the bottom line is that when you kick in 2 schools, that's big numbers, man,
Right. Yeah. And I mean, the prior month was talking about 1.5 million almost. So now you're down to 660,000 from August being almost at like 1.5 million. Stark numbers, man, with continuing and keeping in mind, right, that we're at a level of initial jobless claims on a weekly basis of like 800,000, 700,000. So,
yeah. And then, if we get back, I think the stimulus is going to get interesting now, too, because, you can make the case that, okay, it might be harder to do now, but then you can make the other side of the case that it's front and center right now, folks, okay? No matter politically what has happened, whether it's fake news that COVID's around, that it's real news, bottom line is that it's top of the mind right now. So I suspect that they have another opening. Let's put it that way. I think they actually got another opening, and I can't figure out whether that's a weak stand or a powerful stand. Do you know what I mean? Because that's going to have to do with the two about what is the perception of it, right? Do you know what I'm saying? What is the perception that a deal gets done? I think the kicker is going to be this, folks. I think the kicker is going to be, let's say that as we're going through the trading day, if those airlines pull the plug, they're saying they're pulling the plug on, each airline looks like they're pulling the plug on about 19,000 employees.
Yeah.
If they pull it, I think that would kick in the stimulus, because that's 60,000 per. Well, you get United, American, Delta, just those alone. When I was looking at it last night, it seems like each one of them, American get 19,000, United is over 20, and I forgot what Delta was. But that's a fast number. Let's put it that way. So.
Yeah, and I imagine we'll continue to get news, man. It's only 10:20 in the morning. Not to say like everybody's getting their ducks in a row, right? But I mean, this news broke at 1 in the morning last night. The whole world found out about it. So it's so early on a Friday to find out news like that at 1 in the morning overnight.
It is. So what's happening in this oil market, man? He says you won number one. I like that, man. And this is a classic, folks. Okay, so we do these numbers every Wednesday when they're. Tom won. He had a drawdown of 2 million barrels. It was what, 1.95, right?
Yeah, 1.98, I think.
Yeah. Now picture this, folks. If that's the case, oil should have went up. Okay, and I know you said, Tom, when you were doing it, that you didn't think that necessarily it had to go up. But This is about the most bearish you can get when you take a look at an oil market. Okay, that the bottom line is that you can see I got a bad tick on this thing. Here, let me see this thing.
No, what's going on is you have the tick from all the way back to when oil almost went to negative territory on that chart, which skews it. If you just tighten it up to like the last 3 months, it will.
Okay, there we go. Let's change that. Look at that.
Because
number.
I had to look at it myself. I said, 6 months, perfect.
Okay, so I got it down here now. Yeah. Okay, so.
The last 2 days, man, it really just fell out of bed. From about Thursday at 2 in the morning, it was trading at 40.50, and you trade down almost $4 from there. But I think what they were talking about in the den, saying, you can just turn that spigot on whenever you want.
That's what's going on. Yeah, there's no doubt. It's just like a big bathtub, folks. Okay, you turn it on, you turn it off.
Everybody's turned it off, which is the only reason I'm exaggerating, right? But that's the reason why the economy's been so horrible, and somehow oil's at $40. Because why are you producing oil right now when planes aren't flying, cars aren't driving? The economy is shut down. Well, that's why oil's been okay. But you want to try and get about $40. We're seeing some of the thrust downward, man. $4 in the span of about 48 hours from Wednesday at 2 in the morning. Not even, like 36 hours.
There's no doubt, man. No doubt. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume equities, and it'd be interesting to see whether we do get volume out here today. Apple's down $2. You got Nikolai. Look at someone's buying Nikolai up $1.35. They must be out of their mind. Bottom line, they're buying it. American's down 24 cents. You got Bank of America off 32. Exxon is down 58. You get Boeing down $4.60. Peloton is up 360. Look at that. Peloton just keeps going, man. Oh, man.
Yeah, they've got a good thing, man. Talk about sometimes, man, timing is everything in life, and launching literally an IPO of a company for stay-at-home exercise equipment, right as COVID hits. I mean, poof.
It's amazing. It really is. And what has happened, and this is where the heads up comes up too, folks. Okay, is even the big financial firms, they think that not all, but many of the ways that we actually continue to live are going to change. What you had last night is that BlackRock came out last night, and of course, we had our man, Mr. Dave Mazur, on from Direction. Now they were way ahead of the crowd. Meaning, they have that work-from-home ETF.
Yes.
BlackRock is coming out with 3 more of them in the next couple of days, and they're going the same route. That they think that they come out with with the PR deal that they're coming. That they think that the change is that dramatic. As to how we're going to act and react in the air. Because more ETFs coming out, and they're going to basically bank on what companies do we use when we're at home? What companies do we use when COVID is still with us? COVID's not with us, but the bottom line is that we just change our behavior, right? I mean, that's the other side of it,
It is. There's a lot of changes that are going to come with us, man.
And you know how you can see that, folks? You can see that right now, we're not barred from getting on the airlines, but people still aren't flying, and I can understand, why? Because, like Tommy and I can't even fly to Boston without having to be quarantined, probably, right? Massachusetts is still one of those states. So, you know, there's a lot of other stuff out there that still changes our behavior, because even if you want to, it's like...
It's still so very prevalent, man, and we're seeing spikes across the country. The president's getting infected. So you got to, you know, I say it's just unfortunate, man. Wear a mask, social distance. It's the best thing we can do. Get over this.
It's easy to do, man.
It's easy to do, man. And it'll save lives, and it'll help the economy, man.
Yeah.
You want to open things back up. That's the way to do it.
That's a fact. Yeah. Dow Industrials down 210, NASDAQ off 99, S&P's off 22. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send up my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is down 217. We get the NASDAQ right now off 97. S&P's off 22. Let's go look at Seiko for one of the tigers out here, Tom. So you get TGB. Bottom line is that this is a very large copper miner. It's pretty amazing, actually, folks, if we go over to look at the copper contract, that this thing didn't get smoked yesterday. I'm not quite sure, what we just had here. copper went down dramatically and then just popped all the way back dramatically in 2 days. Okay, it's quite a move. I mean, yesterday we went from 304 to 285 a pound. Today you hit 283 and you just rejected everything, man. You're topside again. So, and to Seiko, TGB, I'd say that, hey, listen, man, that's a nice setup, because what you normally would have is that copper getting smoked like that. That'd be like gold going down like $100, man. This came back to where, the metals market got smoked on the 23rd, rejected it, and I suspect higher prices are coming at us, man. So let's see. We have. Let's go to Mike in New Jersey. Hey, Mike, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me just say, for starters, I'm really appreciative. I don't know how many weeks ago it was, 2 or 3 weeks ago. You had a guy on from South Africa.
Yeah, John Harvey. Yeah.
That was a great show, and I followed up on some stuff. That was a real great. I ended up having a great weekend because that set the tone for the weekend.
Good.
So
we all
thanks for that.
We all want to go on those 4-season safaris. There's no doubt, man.
I was watching that show for sure, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm wondering, with all the people you come in contact with, and you and Tommy, and the sociable guys you are in Florida, there's a lot. Obviously, Miami is the biggest hub. I think it is to go to places like wherever in the Caribbean and wherever in South America. Do you know of some contact or some website? Because I cannot get up-to-date information and all the rest of that ball of wax. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Are you saying whether you can go to the countries or not?
Yeah, if you can go to the countries.
Yeah, what I do, you just got to pull up the country. That's the way to do it. That's the way I do it anyway.
Say again?
You just pull up the country that you want to go to and see whether you can get in. They have it right on it. You know what I mean? Like, I go to the Caymans a lot. They just opened up the Caymans. But whatever country you want to go to, they basically, awesome. State Department website. There we go. Thanks, Dan. Our State Department website will give it to you.
So what's your take on what's going on in as far as traffic picking up to this, anything out of Miami?
Miami's a problem, man.
Outbound.
Miami's a problem. Miami, I don't know if they've decided to, basically button up a little, but the last time I was in Miami, but this is when COVID was just starting, it was like you're at Woodstock Festival, man. So they weren't paying attention then. I don't know if they are now, but, I wouldn't be going to Miami. Let's put it that way. There's a different ballgame.
I'm sorry?
I wouldn't be going to Miami.
Well, I mean, flying out of Miami, how else do you fly to these countries? I would imagine Miami's the hub.
Well, to South America it is, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, that's all I'm saying. And anyway, have you been hearing among, acquaintances, people you run into? Because, you obviously are in Florida, and you hear more information about this. Are you hearing... Are more people getting out and about and being able to have a happy time is really what I'm getting at. Have a good time.
I would say people are getting out, but my perception right now is that it's not basically a field day. No. You know what I mean? I'm on the West Coast, so it's totally different, the West Coast than the East Coast.
Right.
The East Coast has
Tom.
always been different than the West Coast in Florida.
All right. Well, have a great one, Tom. Have a nice weekend.
Have a great one, man.
Thanks, Mike. Yeah, it's a tough scenario traveling anywhere, man.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
It's internationally, being on a plane for that long,
right.
number one, right? You wear the mask no matter what, I would say, if you're on a plane, especially. But it's still tough, even taking, a 2.5 hour flight to Boston. And if you're not high risk, and you're safe, you can definitely do it. But the problem is that, are you going to go on vacation? Are you going to see everybody like you're talking about? If you live a social life, do you bring down, Florida numbers are still pretty high compared to most of the country, or at least some of the country. And then when you're there, are you comfortable eating inside? Are you eating outside? It's getting cold in a lot of places. Are not going to be as many options to eat outside. So it's going to be, as we all know, I'm only saying things that we all know, but it's not going away until this thing goes away. That's the bottom line.
I think head-wise, find a couple places you like that not a lot of people are going to be there, folks. I mean, if you like nature, that's pretty easy, actually. So, that's kind of where my head's at. You know what I mean? Because it's like, it's like, why? We should know better. Anyone that's listening to this program, folks, should know better than anything. We're in the probability business. So,
right.
We're all very smart people. Just take it for what it's worth and trust yourself, man. And you better trust those probabilities, man, because, that's what life is about, man. When people say, oh, they had a good time, and well, guess what? Most of the time, people are basically taking a probability into case. Okay, what about this?
Yeah.
What about that? On a continual basis, that you look at that and it's like, okay, and this will pass. The bottom line is
that's the thing, right? Don't get fatigued, and that's a problem. If you ever just,
and I think it's easy, Tom, right? It's easy to get
so
fatigued.
Easy. I was just run this example in your head, folks. Okay, just from Florida. If I told you starting today, there's going to be like 100 to 200 Floridians dropping dead of this virus, right? People would be much more attentive to it. But it's now going over 8 months, right? Not 7 to 8 months.
Right.
So it's become normal.
You do get used to it. I've got used to it, and it's sad. It's actually
when
pure
you look
BS
at the country,
that you can get used to it, but you do.
Right.
Yeah.
When you look at the country, you're talking about 1,000. Now, that doesn't mean everything has to be shut down. Don't make it political, but be aware of what's going on, right? Don't get lax,
Well,
don't
if you
get
really
complacent.
care about people, the bottom line is that you should be wearing things and basically try to bring this down as quick as possible so that these businesses can be in business. That's the other side of this thing.
Because the bummer is if, bad things were to happen, we're going to get over this. And it's a real bummer if you let it lax. When we're talking about, we're hopefully, I don't believe a lot of will coming out in terms of next month. But 6 months from right now, yes, very real that we could have a ton of a vaccine that's working in 6 months.
Right.
So remember what's going on. Stay vigilant out there, for sure.
Dow Industrials down 232, Nasdaq's off 111, S&P's are off 24. Stay right there, Tommy and I come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 263. You get the Nasdaq off 133. S&Ps are off 28. And let's see. We have a question in the Tigers Den. SWBI. Let's see what this is. SWBI. Okay, Smith & Wesson. Okay, so you get lows $4.15. The high's 22. You're trading at 1668. I see what they're looking at. Okay. Yeah, this is a nice setup. Bottom line is that, you come back to a breakout area. Your breakout area there's June 29th. You did it with lighter volume. You got a little pop, and you got a high volume is laying out there about 22. So put this on a weekly for a second. Yeah, that thing can get up there. That's how that's shaking out, man. You can see on a weekly basis, you had with 24 million shares, you come back with 11. Yeah. It's game up there. So, Friday, can you believe it's October 2nd, Tom?
It's remarkable, man. Time is just flying, and it really is. And that's why 6 months, not to bring it back, but I was talking about this with a friend yesterday. 6 months seems like a long time, man, but it is so quick, and it's remarkable that it's October already. We've really been dealing with this since February is when things started to kind of accelerate. March is when really the whole country shut down. Time is just crazy, man, and we're in October. It is.
It's hard to comprehend, man. It really is.
It is.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Let's go take a look at Apple. So, you get the NQs. They're still weak. They grabbed back over half of their loss out there this morning. Apple's trying to do the same thing. We get down to 112. It's at 115. And we'll see as we come into this close is that if it's going to be able to hold. Because all it's done at this particular point is, come up to the lows that were generated out here on Wednesday.
And so I heard somebody making a comment. I can't remember. Maybe it was in the Tigers Den today. If it was, kudos. Talking just about the amount of short buying, right? If you were short overnight, man, not a gift because you're short looking for volatility. It's not a gift. You're making, as you said, those probability plays. But man, I thought the market was going to be down a lot more, man. So you had some people at least. They could have been buying when the S&Ps are down, 60 points or so from where we were last night at about 2 in the morning. So that could have been a reason for part of the buying early on as well.
Oh, for sure, man. There's no doubt. And what happens, folks, is that when you are short the market like that, when you get a gift and you're down $60, you better cover, man. I mean, 60 S&P points, man. This is a big number, man. 257 NQ points. Okay,
But who's going to be the person that's saying during 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock, besides anybody maybe closing out a short, that I need to be long this market over the weekend?
It won't be me.
I mean, it's just going to keep coming, folks. To put it out, I mean, you have the governor. Of, I believe it was New Jersey, just talking about, encouraging anybody that went to his event yesterday to self-quarantine, get tested. The timeline's going to start to come out in terms of when they knew what they did.
That's what they tell you. I don't have any faith that they're going to tell you.
I have faith in the press, man, and so it's going to come out whether it's called fake news or what or not. Yeah. But just like Hope Hicks came out, Bloomberg got the story out last night. That's the reason why the president tweeted out at 1 a.m. probably. I don't know if that tweet comes if the media is not ahead of that, with it already being in Hope Hicks, who was with the president as of Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go to Victor in Paramus. Hey, Victor, what's going on, man?
Not much. I'm just wondering. DPHC, it's into the big bar when it was 1854. Where do you think we're heading with that? That's Pence's truck. There's a lot of money invested in this company here.
Okay, so let's take it. It's Diamond Peak Holdings. It operates special purpose acquisition company. Now, have they bought something yet? Or is this just a...
No, they have a truck. It's an endurance truck. Its production is going to be in March or April.
I see.
I'm a salesman for them. No, only kidding. They have a hub in there, and they're supposed to have... They sold out of their 40,000 trucks pre-ordered already. Pence. Didn't you see Pence behind the truck? He's pumping it.
And...
Yeah.
So I see. This is a company that has no revenue, though, right? This is like an exploration.
Yeah, but they're rolling out their truck, their endurance. You might want to buy one instead of a Tesla.
Well,
it's American-made.
Hey, listen, technically, the bottom line is that it's not a bad setup. Not a great setup, but it's not a bad setup.
Yeah. How low can we go?
You can go to the breakout area. It's 1945.
That's about the 50-day moving average, right?
Is it? I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, I have to chart
here.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah.
1954, 1979's 58. Can we hit 1289 ever, the 250 moving day average, where it broke out from in August? Well, if the president dies, then
there's a gap there. There's a gap there. There's a gap at 1455. Yeah.
You think people are covering margin calls yet today, or that happens on Monday, or wasn't that bad of a downdraft?
No, you wouldn't have margin calls because by the time what ends up happening, the way that those calls get generated is that you're going to, overnight. So this is a great question, by the way, folks. Okay, this is how the broker-dealer index works. We close at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So as you close at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, wherever those accounts are at that particular point, you absolutely could have a margin call, okay, or not a margin call. The overnight sessions, the way that works, is that, you could get called on an overnight session, right? Just like, say we were down 60 points at 5:45, because I was up at 5:45 this morning, okay? So we're down 60 points then. The margin calls could come out right then, right? But now everything gets regenerated again.
I'll see you later. I got to go.
Bye. Everything gets regenerated again at 9:30 in the morning. So, and then it starts again at 9:30. So, and if you look at your accounts, you're going to be able to see how that works. You're going to see the fluctuation. So that's important if you trade 24 hours a day. You're not trading 24, but if you trade in the extended session versus the session from 9:30 to 4. So if you're always wondering that, it makes a difference. And the reason I'm saying there wouldn't be a margin call is that when we take a look at this S&P, watch, bring this S&P up, you're going to see that this wasn't that bad on that first tick at 9:30 this morning.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, look, we had a low of 3,300 at 9:30. It looks like we got, to me, it's like, 33.35 or something, right? So it's 35 points above, where we were there. So. Yeah,
not out of the realm move by any standards, man.
No, not at all.
And that's what was so surprising. When I saw the news first, I said this morning, and then I went right to the markets, and I was surprised it was only at about 1.4 to 1.5%, man. And I'm very surprised it's sitting here down, 20, 25 points in the S&P. But like we said, we'll see where the day goes, man. Maybe there's some hopes for stimulus still tied in there, but pretty resilient in terms of. And then, how does this play out for the election even, right? And that's so complicated, and I'm biased, you're biased, but I can't help but think that this hurts President Trump when the virus is front and center, man, and he can't even protect himself, and how that plays into the elections. And why isn't the market reacting if Democrats are going to impose some corporate taxes maybe on these companies? I don't know, and nothing's happening. It's just waiting.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Dow down 236, NASDAQ up 132, S&P's up 26. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 219, NASDAQ's off 130, S&P's are off 25. And, as we go through this day, folks, you can expect this is going to be a headline news day. You got Meadows coming out just now saying to expect more infections at the White House. Trump is remaining on the job as president. Trump kept regular schedule after learning close aide had COVID. Bottom line, we're going to get a lot of one-liners coming out all day long, and we'll see how this market reacts as we move through the trading day. But I would say that, coming into the close is that, are you a buyer? Are you a seller? Are you just basically getting out? You get a chart of air travel. Let me see this thing, Tom.
Okay, so let's jump to this, man. So this is a great service, man. I'll give them a plug. Charter. So it's CHARTR.
Okay.
Charter.co. All right. They do a lot of graphics, and I get a newsletter from them that's free over on that website. Airline industry, man. We were talking about it earlier with one of the callers, and there it is, as stark as it can be, man. 2020 just dramatically under anything we were at in 2019. Now this is the number of passengers screened by TSA per a day.
Wow.
And that's not going up, man. That's not going up.
No.
You know? I mean, that hasn't been going up since July. And you could make an argument that we kind of got where we are as of July, and everybody was either comfortable if they wanted to travel or not, depending on what that entailed and how important it was to travel. And we just been bouncing around that level between, what is that, 500 maybe to 700,000 or 800,000 passengers a day versus 2 million to 2.5 million a day. One final one that they have in here in this newsletter, man, the messaging wars, right? This is apps. We're going to run out of time, but Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram combining messaging, they're going to be a powerhouse when they do. Facebook, Zuckerberg.
They're going to combine messaging?
You're going to be able to, they own them all. So Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, they're all going to be able to message each other and take it over. Yeah.
Wow. Stay right there, folks. Think of Swim coming up next. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Man, look at him, folks.